It's with great pleasure that I announce that 2016 Telstra Australian Business Public Sector and Academia Award winner is Inspector Virginia Nelson.
I'm a little overwhelmed, but yes, Telstra, I do believe in magic. And as other women have said tonight, this opportunity has actually been gifted to every one of us here by Telstra, by CommBank, Women in Focus and News Corp, and I'm cherishing every moment of that gift. Senior leaders or commissioned officers in the Queensland Police Service represent 2.7% of sworn members. As a female commissioned officer, I represent just 0.3% of my organisation. So there is a fair chance that I've encountered a few barriers along the way. The first barrier came during the recruiting process at my medical. A height restriction of 164 centimetres existed. The doctor pulled out the measuring tape, took a minute and said, "Virginia, I think we have a problem. You're not tall enough. You are only 163.5 centimetres. I was somewhat dismayed because I'd passed all of the other tests. How could half a centimetre hold me back? So I said, well, that can't be right. The Department of Transport says I'm 165 centimetres. He just looked at me. So I took a chance and I asked him, can you just say I'm 164 centimetres? I'm here, so obviously he did. That done, my second barrier came when I had to tell Mum and Dad I was not going back to uni in 1990. I was heading to the police academy. They were none too pleased, and I expect for two reasons. Firstly, they were trying to protect me from the masculine, hard world that policing is perceived to be, and secondly, they thought it was a whim. Well, after 27 years, Mum, you can finally say, I told you so, because it was the whim of an 18-year-old. And it was and still is hard in some respects. After 7 months at the academy, I was sworn in and issued a gorgeous blue handbag, matching blue pumps. They gave me a small baton, Katerina knows this well, and a 357 Magnum snub nose that fit into that handbag. They slapped a big red F after my surname on every roster and report, and there was no mistaking that I was a woman, and I was different. Instead of embracing it, though, I started to reject it because being different and standing out was not good and, in fact, could be unsafe. So I blended as best as I could. I navigated my way around various barriers with disappointing regularity. I got a few promotions, and the whim was becoming a career as I had found my purpose. With the unwavering support and loyalty of my husband, I was promoted to commissioned rank. My promotions were not by design, but because other people helped me. And I took opportunities as they came up. About 2 years ago, I was successful in applying for a secondment to the Australian Institute of Police Management. I left my family back in Queensland, some 1,800 kilometres away, 2 teenage sons, and moved to Sydney for a year. The AIPM changes lives with their unique way of getting people to realise their leadership capability. That experience changed my life. I learnt that things don't happen to me, but they happen for me. Out of adversity comes opportunity. I have discovered what I can be, and I have stepped out of blending. I now challenge that status quo because women shouldn't blend. We need more women role models and more women in leadership. My agency needs the diversity of thought. We need to be truly representative of the communities that we are really privileged to serve. Gender inequality preserves and protects the stereotypes that hold us back. Today, I learned that 1 in 5 Australians have a disability. We know 1 in 3 women will experience domestic and family violence in their lifetime. 1 in 4 people suffer a mental illness. and of the men who suffer from it, only 1 in 8 seek treatment. There are 8 suicides a day in Australia, twice the road toll. Gender inequality preserves a masculine culture that is holding us back. If we are to make progress on these adaptive challenges, then we need to change our cultures. We absolutely must be more inclusive. We must take action to bring more women into the workforce, retain those women in the workforce, and promote women into leadership positions. So if you are privileged and hold a leadership position, if you are the decision maker, I ask, what's holding you back from making this change? Thank you.